Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Burning Truth. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. I would like to. I'm the host, Matt Burns, also known as the Funk Soul Brother. There's been many names that I've had. I'd like to apologise that this episode is actually aired later than usual. Unfortunately, we have recently been having some technical issues with our systems, and it's caused a few issues where the setup isn't loading up correctly and everything. So I would like to apologise just in case for in future if we are not aired by 9 o'clock, which should be our usual time for the broadcast when we are doing this sort of thing live. If we're not there on time, give it about half an hour. If not live by then, we will be most likely be making announcements on our social media, most likely Facebook, to state when it will be either rescheduled or the reason for the cancellation. So I do apologise for the lateness of this episode. Right, and because of it, I seem to be rambling a little bit. Right, out of interest, I know last 2 weeks we officially, the Burning Truth announced that we were actually selling some t-shirts with the Burning Truth logo on. Now, if anybody else is interested in them, we have got limited stock only, and these we've literally only got 6 t-shirts left. We've got 1 extra large, 3 mediums, and 2 small. So if anybody is interested, please send a message either through social media to The Burning Truth, or email us at theburningtruth@outlook.com, or go to the website theburningtruth.co.uk and clicking on the contact section and filling out the form. And that should actually send an email to us if you are interested. However, as we've stated previously, we are not shipping out. We're not sending t-shirts out either through the mail or for delivery or shipping out. If you are interested in having a Burning Truth t-shirt, send us an email. We will make an arrangement to coincide for exchange of the cost and for the t-shirt to be provided to you. All t-shirts are £8. I just thought I'd just get that one straight out the way, so that's all done and dusted. And as much as I know some people might not like the fact of a plug of their own merch at the very start of an episode, I do apologise. Interesting news for you. In regards to wrestling, Matt Hardy owns the Broken Universe. It appears that it has actually gone down for him owning the rights. So that does include Broken Matt Hardy, Broken Jeff, Vanguard 1, and the whole shebang. Bless me. Apologies. Now, the interesting thing I will state on this is that brings up so much that can be done, and it can also explain some of the vignettes or videos that Matt Hardy's been releasing in regards to Vanguard 1. Also, in a quite a bit of a surprise snatch up by WWE have managed to get JB from Impact Wrestling, formerly TNA, Jeremy Borash, who actually owns the actual original Vanguard 1. So could we see that into play in regards to future segments with the Broken Gimmick or the Woken Gimmick? Only time will tell. Will we be seeing his Queen, he's Duke, he's King and everything, or Senior Benjamin? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. I, for one, cannot wait to see if when that all gets revealed. But hopefully, it'll be done slowly. I say this, as much as I am an avid fan, if they rush it, it will not do the gimmick any justice and whatnot. And when I say that, the people who already know about it, they want it right now. They want it right now. You do it, you'll then feel as though it's rushed, it's been panicked, and then you'll dislike it. Or at the very least, you'll be happy, but anybody who isn't aware of it will feel it's rushed and feel like it could be too much. Now, if they do it in small segments, as much as the die-hard fans who have already seen it, just hold your horses. Let the ones who don't know about the gimmick catch up. Once they catch up, I guarantee it will be nothing but further continuation and advancement for Matt Hardy. But we'll actually have to see how that goes. Interesting little number is when I know we mentioned previously about Bullet Club about Cody Rhodes basically attacking Kenny Omega. If I haven't, I do apologise. But that has happened. It does seem like there's been a bit of a tear for the Bullet Club. Now, interesting little note to add on is that ROH have actually got one of their big matches against each other for one of their ROH Supercard shows. So if anybody's interested in seeing that, just look up. You can check up on ROH news and whatnot. Check all dirt sheets and whatnot on social media and whatnot in regards to that. And I will say, it does look interesting because them pair, I think, will actually have a absolute stellar match. Now, in regards to British wrestling news, I will state right now, technically, originally, we weren't meant to be doing an episode today. Originally, I was meant to be in Shropshire Wrestling Alliance, watching their fantastic shows with their fantastic talent. Unfortunately, I'm unable to do that. I currently can't these wrestling shows at the moment. However, I look forward to getting back on the road, back to shows, and hopefully enjoying them as much as everybody else. Either being just from watching or actually being involved in it. Now, this week, I will state, we do actually have a show, a very interesting show coming up. Well, not this week, more so next Saturday, which is the Academy Wrestling Retaliation at the Kaioshinkai training grounds and whatnot. I recommend anybody who is a wrestling fan to give them a check out. They've got some big matches on there. I can pretty much guarantee, straight away, we've already got the APW Championship on the line. Luke Basham against Eddie Cobain, and I will state I've interviewed both of them. Both of them are absolute brilliant characters and brilliant wrestlers. Recommend it. That will be one to watch. Literally a event one to watch. Definitely, I will state. But if anybody is, and also it's, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's their first official show for this year. So hopefully they'll start it off with a big bang. Now, also, just to mention, in regards to the Academy, yesterday we released an announcement on our Facebook social media that we've actually conducted an interview with the Blue Arrow Demo Scorpio. Now, that will, as already mentioned, will be released on Monday at its usual scheduled time, which should be around about 5 p.m. UK time. I will state that was a great interview. I enjoyed it. If anybody is interested, give that a check out, and that will be on our YouTube page for The Burning Truth. Just look it up, check it out. I will be sending out a link on our social media as soon as it releases. So if anybody can't find the link through YouTube, You will be able to find it on our social media, as we always present the links to help out anybody who wants to watch. Now, because of the illness that I've actually currently got, I will be stating the episodes will be most likely shorter, a bit more condensed, which I will like to state. I do apologise in regards to that. It's just due to health reasons. I have to sort of minimise. I will possibly have to minimise this, so I do apologise for the short, a bit of the rush schedule, as they say. But moving on from that, big news for you for NXT, and I will be stating this right now. Spoiler alert for this next part. So give it literally about 2 to 3 minutes from right now to skip this part. So spoiler alert. WWE NXT has officially had a new debut, which is Ricochet. Ricochet's debuted, and I will state he even got a victory using his 630. Fantastic move, fantastic finish. Crowd went absolutely ballistic for it. From what I could see from some of the small amounts of footage that I was able to see for myself. Now, I will state, very interesting that they've instantly already got, he's just recently got to the training centre, and already he's already seems to be doing the rounds, doing really well. So straight away, he's already on NXT shows, ready and prepared. Also, just to make a note for NXT, we've also got Pete Dunne defending his UK Championship. Now, the interesting thing I will state about that is the UK Championship isn't just being defended against other fellow UK Championships. It's sort of being defended against anybody, all on-comers, even if he's there, American, any country. It's almost been, I would say, it almost feels like the European Championship. It's being treated like at the moment, but I will state, it's a bit of an interesting dynamic because it does actually introduce whoever wins that championship is being introduced and shown in a massive spotlight. But also the UK Championship isn't just being defended in WWE; it's also being defended in certain UK companies, all over the United Kingdom, which I will state is very interesting and absolutely brilliant. However, one thing I have noticed is the UK Championship hasn't changed hands outside of WWE for the moment. However, I do look forward to the one time when that does happen. It will be pretty epic and will be, add to that shock factor. Now, moving on to we have discussed the Royal Rumble and everything, but we sort of covered it. We've got Ronda Rousey and everybody. Now the question is, a lot of people have been asking, what is her deal? Is she just coming in for a one-on-one fight? Is it going to be a fatal four-way? Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing a one-on-one fight and Asuka to be able to pick her opponent, and Ronda Rousey gets the other person. Now, on the other regard, I wouldn't mind seeing a fatal four-way between the two champs, Asuka and Rousey. But at the same time, you want to protect certain people, or more than one person in that match, and it'd be very hard to do in a fatal four-way. So, at this moment in time, I think it will be single matches, one for Asuka, one for Rousey. I think it will be Miss Bliss versus Asuka and Charlotte Flair versus Rousey. Now, the issue not myself, a lot of people have actually been stating when Rousey came out and debuted, it was right after Asuka was about to pick her choice for WrestleMania. It feels as though first time Women's Rumble, something just spoilt it. Now, the last time they had a Women's First, Money in the Bank, they had a man drop, technically win it. Really? But they managed to recover that by redoing it again. Now, some might say, could they've held off the whole Ronda Rousey thing until the following night on Raw? Possibly, but WWE have got something massive. They'd hidden it for so long. And plus, there was also multiple changes on the night for the WWE Royal Rumble. Multiple. You had people coming in and out, people moving from different matches, and I will state it's very interesting how it possibly could have gone, but at last, at last, I'm actually happy with the results, and I will state Shinsuke has actually gone out and stated that the Royal Rumble is one of his biggest wins, one of his biggest accomplishments in WWE until he actually wrestles at WrestleMania against the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, for the WWE Championship. And I am, for one, looking forward to for that event for sure, 100%. If anybody isn't interested in watching, Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles, are you a wrestling fan? Watch their match in the Pacific in New Japan. You'll be hook, line, and sinker down. It'll be literally you turning into a Philip J. Fry going, here, take my money. Now, anyway, with that, I'm going to be calling this a bit of a wrap-up on this episode. So if anybody wants to find out any additional information or wants to send out any messages to myself, you can find me on my social media. You can just look me up at Matt Burns. I'm on me usual, me Facebook, me Twitter. I'm also on Instagram. You can also find me also on The Burning Truth, which, as you know, we're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spreaker, YouTube, and whatnot. So if anybody wants to send me a message on there, please check it out. One thing I definitely want to do, I want to give some shout outs to some other YouTube channels, to some fellow colleagues area and whatnot, and websites. Just cheap little plugs. Now, one thing I want to state is, if you feel as though you've got certain mental health issues or whatnot, I recommend you give a check out to Changes for Healthy Minds. Check that out. It'll either be good for yourself, or if not, if you feel you don't need the information for yourself, check it up anyway, because you never know, because a friend might need the help and whatnot, and that can go a massive long way in helping someone further push on and get through a lot of stuff. Now, I am giving out another shout out right now to Barely Average Studios, who actually do some gaming. They do gaming on their channel. Absolutely fantastic. I recommend it to anybody who wants to check it out. I actually know one of the guys who actually does it. He used to be a wrestler. I've actually competed against him. All round great guy. And to be honest with you, they seem all round great guys anyway. So I recommend checking that, for if you want to check out, what games that they're looking into. I recommend you check out the New Breed. Fantastic band. I know the bases. I went to one of their big shows, and I will state, absolutely amazing. Recommend anybody to them. Another channel that I'd like to check out is JT Music on YouTube. They actually do some different raps. They do gaming raps and topic raps, and they keep changing it each time. And I will state, absolutely fantastic work. I'm not sure if the guy's got a record deal. If he doesn't, how the hell he hasn't? How the hell he hasn't? The man does amazing work. But with that, give them a massive shout out. And our usual Team 4 Star that do great work. Botchamania. You're welcome, Matthew. And is there anybody else that I'm missing out? Oh yeah, don't forget to check us out on our website, which is www.theburningtruth.co.uk. With that, I think that will be a bit of a wrap up with our shout outs. Actually, no, my mistake. There is 3 more I want to give a shout out to. One of them is theacademy.tv to check out all the latest news, latest news, information about the upcoming event, which is coming next week on the Saturday. Which the actual official date of that, I'm just getting you that now, for the show, which will be at the Kaioshinkai, which will be, the event will be called Retaliation, and that will be on the 10th of February 2018 at the Kaioshinkai. I recommend anybody check that out. So remember that their YouTube channel is academy.tv, or check them on their social media on Facebook, where you'll see all the news and get all the latest information, ticket sales and everything. Best way to get tickets, and my advice is book in advance, get your seat, get the best seats in the house. I also give a shout out to the UKWA and UK Wrestle Fan Zone, also known as the UKWFZ. They whenever we do interviews and whatnot, they actually help us out with camera work. We're big long supporters of them. They do great footage work. They do great picture work. So if any promoters are interested in them, give them a bit of a shout out and whatnot. Just just give them a shout out. Give them a chance. They do some good work. But with that, if you want to check out some of their content, check out the UKWFZ.tv on YouTube. They'll have some great segments, great matches and whatnot. I recommend you checking that out. So with that, that's going to be a nice little wrap up for this week. So I recommend everybody to stay well, stay safe, always check your local wrestling. And until then, I will you'll hopefully hear from me. I'll see you at the next broadcast, at the next review, or the next interview. Till then, stay safe. Catch you later.